Hi everybody, it's me, Josh, 23 Monkey Boots here, again this week. I know you missed my face, and you missed me talking about records and stuff, but I want to start this video by putting a little disclaimer in front. The subject matter that I'm going to be talking about is going to be not necessarily one for the little ones, so if you have any of them, either just click out of this video, or have them leave the room, or whatever you have to do. So while you do that and figure out what you need to do, I'm going to start the record, and then we'll have the discussion. This might be a little bit longer than my 7-minute limit, so who knows, because this is a really fun record to talk about. So while you do that, I'm going to go put the record on, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I just got this record today. I've listened to it about 5 times or so, and Jane Birkin and George Gainsbourg. The title of the album, which I'm going to say in English because I'll probably end up just destroying it in French, is I Love You, Me Not Anymore. So I'm going to attempt this, okay? I'm going to attempt this French. T'Aime Moi Non Plus, I guess. Even if you speak French, hopefully I didn't totally just wreck that. But okay, so how I came across this album was an interesting story. This is on Light in the Attic Records, and I believe Fart Boy bought this album called it was entitled UFO, and I forget the name of the artist, and I'm sure you guys can probably help me with it if you've seen this video. So I went to the site, which I googled Light in the Attic Records, and they were sold out of it, and I YouTubed him and listened to some of the songs. I go, this is really cool, I'd like to get one too. They didn't have it. So they had all these other records on there, and so I saw this face, and I'm like, wow, who's that? So they had the little 30-second snippet thing, and I went through each song. I'm like, oh, sounds fun. I'm like, so then I YouTube this title track. I'm like, man, that's some like erotic stuff. Like, what are they doing? And so I researched it some more. And as it turns out, that this song here, of course, went to number 1 in the UK, hit number 69 in the States. And they have a little insert here, and I believe it was banned in Michigan, but it was a top-selling song in England, France, Holland, and Denmark. So, anyways, I have to say, after listening to this song not only the song, did I just have a Freudian slip there or what? To the whole record, it's actually really good. I was really surprised. I bought it for the novelty fact of this particular song and a few of the snippets that I heard online, but I was kind of blown away after the first couple listens at how kind of erotic this whole album actually is, and how they got away with it back then. Because I don't know of any other 60s act that could talk about the things that they talked about in this record. And I tend to think too that I think the eroticism comes in from not just the fact that they don't really talk about like the whole physical thing. They don't they don't cross that line. So they're not going to talk about like, I'm going to take my wah and I'm going to stick it in your wah and you're going to suck on my right? So they really do a lot of innuendo, which I think is better than just coming out and saying what I'm going to do. Like this song, you would think, God, what are they talking about? Like, oh my gosh, like, they must be, like, talking nasty. And they're not. They're not saying one nasty word in the song. It's just the way she is, the heavy breathing and the, you know, and the way he's all, I'm a smooth French guy, yeah, I'm one of those all, and she's all, you know. So I'm going to break down a few of the songs and discuss a few of the tracks that kind of stood out to me as like kind of genius, because musically it's all kind of like light and very much for this time period, you know, very 60s, very Austin Power-ish, you know what I mean? Got that whole sound behind it. But the lyrics on top of it is what really, I think, makes it. And luckily, for me, or for anybody who has this or bought it, they have the translation lyrics and the original French lyrics, so you know what they're talking about. You know, and you know that it's not like horrible. It's all you remember. So there's a song in here called what is it called? The Little Sweets, or in French, Les Suquettes. Les Suquettes, sorry. And what that song is about this girl who loves her lollipops. She loves buying them. It reminds her of her youth and party time and happiness. But she also loves the way the juices run down the back of her throat, and she loves sucking on them. And I mean, totally like the lollipop is a metaphor for, which I'm sure I don't need to tell you, right? It's oral sex, you know, which I find to be fascinating. You know, like, I'm sure you talk about it now and stuff, but man, the music underneath it just so does not dictate lyrically where some of their songs go. So you have that, and then you have this other song here called "The Canaries on the Balcony," which I'm not even about to say this in French because I'll just massacre it. But what that song is about this girl who wants to kill herself, and she's getting ready to. She lights the stove to have the gas run, right? And she has a thought like, "Oh, the canary is in here too." Well, I'll put the canary on the balcony. So she ends up putting her favorite record on the record player, lays down and listening to her songs while she's waiting for the whatever to happen, like, you know, the gas to take her over, and she's like, "Oh, I should make a suicide note." And on the suicide note, it just said, "Canaries on the balcony." It's a very interesting commentary on how somebody could be so depressed to want to kill themselves, but then have the forethought to go, "Oh, well, that harmless animal that I don't want it to die. It's not their problem that I'm going through this, so I'll take care of it." And you have songs like this one. It's called Orangutan, or Orange Orangutan. And what this song is about is she has a doll. It's an orangutan. And it's not pretty to look at. It's kind of ugly. And she has all these boys that come around, and she loves this doll better than she loves any boy that comes around. So you kind of have that funny kind of little tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. And then another kind of cool song in here is called 69 Erotic Year. It's almost like a spin-off on the John Lennon song, you know, "They're Gonna Crucify Me." Oh, I can't remember the name, the Johnny Yoko song, where he's discussing their relationship and everything they go through. Well, they do the same thing, but the difference is during the year 1969, which is a sexual position that we probably enjoy having, it is a sexual year, that's when all this took place. So, a very good album, though. It's enjoyable to listen to. The 9 songs, well, there's 10 songs, but 9 of them, I could totally see myself just playing and just going in the background and doing whatever. The first track, no, because she's getting down. But you can tell it's very tongue-in-cheek, kind of this fun kind of thing. But anyways, so yeah, I think you start using stock or whatever, or if you even have a copy. If you haven't heard it in a while, bust it out. It's a fun record to listen to. So yeah, so now at the 10-minute mark. How you like that? Totally just blew my own thing. But hey, you know what? Though I had to blew my own thing. How you like that? If I could do that, I would not be making videos or working. Blew past my time. So this is a good album. It's a fun album. It's very 60s, highly erotic, lots of fun. And I think it's worth having in your collection. So, yeah, and there's more on Jane Birkin. She's actually one of the forerunners of women's lib and women's sexuality, and she was one of the first to do it. There might have been people before her, but she took it to that next level because of the popularity in Europe. So you should wiki her, and you'll see it. She's still on the website. She's still around. They're not. They got a divorce, but it's fun stuff, dude. Totally fun stuff. So, anyways, well, since you hung out till now, I have to say thanks, and I'll be seeing you guys soon, and I'm going to continue enjoying this record while I process this video and put it up there. Alright guys, have a good Friday and a good weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya!